2 words, 1 pick. So the Dolphins at the Chiefs. I pick the Chiefs. 2 words, supreme bullshit. The game is at 6:30 a.m. West Coast time. What a load of shit. Oh, you think about like for a lot of the games that have been overseas, I don't get up to watch them. I'll catch the I sometimes wake up for usually partway through the third quarter is when I'm getting up because that's around 8:30, 9-ish, So that's when I'm getting up to actually watch I'll watch the back end of the game. This is Dolphins at Chiefs. It's a game that I really want to watch, so I'm going to have to get my ass out of bed at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday. What a pain in the ass. What a load of bullshit. There is no reason they couldn't make that game a little bit later to accommodate West Coast and East Coast. There's no reason, because who cares if it overlaps with the start of the early window games, 1 o'clock Eastern time? Who cares if it overlaps the start of those games? Everyone's still going to be watching whatever games they want to watch. Ugh. Makes me mad. Anyways, as far as the game goes, though, it's a neutral site in Germany. I think that's probably good for the Dolphins, but I still expect that the Chiefs will win. You just don't pick against Patty Mahomes. Seahawks at Ravens. I picked the Seahawks. 2 words, total homer. If I wasn't a Seahawks fan, I'd be picking the Ravens to win this game. But I'm a Seahawks fan, so I am going to go with the Hawks. I think that the Seahawks defense has started to look a lot better over the last few weeks. I think that the offense, the receivers are playing great. Jake Bobo, where's this guy been? It's awesome that the way that a lot of the pieces in the offense are showing up. The weakest part of the offense is last year's Offensive Player of the Year, unfortunately. And I love Geno Smith. I think that he's just such a humble guy. Seems like a great dude. But he just has not been playing well for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks now. There's been a lot of balls that should have been interceptions. He's been lucky to get away with some footballs. And he's been throwing interceptions the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, I'm not crazy about Geno. So if I was picking objectively, I'd pick the Ravens. But I'm not picking against the Seahawks. Go Hawks. Vikings at Falcons. I picked the Falcons. 2 words, quarterback changes. These are 2 4-4 teams going against each other. The Vikings are going to start Jaren Hall. The Falcons are going to start Taylor Heineke. I think that the teams are about evenly matched. So who do I go with? I liked what I saw from Hall we only saw 4 pass attempts from him. So he does have a 75% completion percentage on the year, but he's only thrown the ball 4 times. So I like Taylor Heineke because I like going with the experienced quarterback. He's played in a playoff game before. I think that you got to go with the Falcons to win this game, but I could see it going either way. Rams at Packers. I picked the Rams. 2 words, better receivers. I think that the Rams, if they do have to start Brett Rypien, which they might have to, at least he's got better receiving options. He's got Cooper Kupp. He's got Puka Nacua. I don't love any of the quarterbacks in this game, but it's a little bit easier as long as you have some receiving options to throw to. Commanders at Patriots. I picked the Patriots. 2 words, borrowed time. Ron Rivera and his staff are all on borrowed time at this point. They traded away their defensive line earlier in the week. They're giving up on the season. Rivera's probably done after this year's over. So I'm going with the Patriots. Bears versus Saints. I picked the Saints. 2 words, Bruce Banner. Derek Carr plays football like he's the Hulk. All right, he's either angry and yelling, and sometimes that makes him be careless with the football. Sometimes that makes him reckless. Sometimes it makes him destructive. And sometimes that's exactly what your team needs, and it's great, just like the Hulk. Other times, he's a lot more like Bruce Banner. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's playing the game kind of calm and collected, keeping his emotions in check, not letting himself get too high, not letting himself get too low. A lot of times he can stay in that Bruce Banner range. Last week he was Bruce Banner. I think that if he remains Bruce Banner this week, I think that the Saints will easily take care of the Bears. I'd expect that he could do that. Buccaneers versus Texans. I picked the Texans. 2 words, CJ Stroud. Yes, CJ, I'm counting that as 1 word. When in doubt, go with the better quarterback. And I don't mean any disrespect to Baker Mayfield. I like how careful Baker's been with the football this year. He's only thrown 4 interceptions on the year. But CJ Stroud has more passing yards, 3 less interceptions. He's only thrown 1 on the year. He's got a better QBR. He's got more yards per game. I'm going to have to go with the Texans. Colts at Panthers. I picked the Colts. 2 words, Panthers suck. Giants at Raiders. I picked the Giants. 2 words, Josh McDaniels. I know it feels like every time a coach gets fired, the team goes on to win the following week. I'm not so sure that's going to happen this time. I think the Giants will figure it out. Cowboys at Eagles, I pick the Eagles. 2 words, split series. I feel like the boys and Eagles are going to split this year. So logically, I'll assume that the Eagles are going to win the game that's in Philly and the boys are going to win the game in Dallas. Bills at Bengals, I pick the Bengals. 2 words, running game. The Bills are going to do the same thing they always do. They're going to put the entire game on Josh Allen, and you're going to live and die by him. Unfortunately, against the Bengals, that has not worked out well for the Bills so far. The Bengals are a little more well-balanced. I think they'll come away with the victory. Chargers at Jets, I'm going to pick I want to pick the Jets, but I'm going to pick the Chargers. They've got the better offense. I know that the Jets' defense is solid, but I don't think that the Jets' offense can keep up. So I got to go with the Chargers.